don't know about you, but one thing we tend to love more than anything is when two of our favorite celebrities become the best of friends. But then there are times when certain celebrity friendships come completely out of left field, and we absolutely live for it. Number 1. Drake and Millie Bobby Brown. Some fans think Drake and Millie's friendship is innocent, while others think it's straight up creepy. But either way, it's definitely a pairing that none of us expected to see. The two met in 2017 while they were both in Australia, and apparently hit it off right away. With that being said, there's a pretty big age gap between them, about 18 years to be exact. So yeah, we can see why fans might be concerned. But Millie has openly stated even though they texted each other often, their relationship has been strictly platonic, and even mentioned that Drake has been a great mentor for her in the entertainment industry. Number 2. Selena Gomez and Jennifer Aniston. This friendship starts when Selena met her idol, Jennifer, in a bathroom. Well, technically, Selena only saw her while she was in the bathroom. But when the two were both on The Ellen Show years later, Selena gushed over how much she loved the Friends actress. Jennifer even mentioned that she and Selena have been friends for years and have hung out at her house and ordered pizza. Yes, we're jealous. 3. Kris Jenner and Jennifer Lawrence. Kris may know everyone in Hollywood, but having a BFF like Jennifer Lawrence is still pretty shocking. And as it turns out, Jennifer was actually a huge fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kris surprised Jennifer with a cake for her birthday in 2015, and the rest was history. The two have had a ton of fun doing karaoke together, posting a ton of funny pictures together, and drinking one too many martinis. And honestly, it kinda sounds like a great time. 4. Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. There has honestly never been a more iconic and surprising duo to date. Sorry, but this is not up for debate. Their friendship spans over nearly 14 years and started all the way back in November in 2008 when Snoop was a guest during a segment on The Martha Stewart Show. They've jokingly tweeted at one another, came together during a Justin Bieber roast, and even started their own show together. Martha then went on to write the foreword for Snoop's cookbook that he released in 2018. Clearly, the two have a long and fun history together, and we're absolutely here for it. Number 5. Cardi B and Penn Badgley. This is the pairing that none of us knew we needed until it happened. And if you're a fan of Cardi B and Netflix is you, then you know exactly what we're talking about. When a fan tweeted a video of Penn speaking highly of Cardi, the rapper was starstruck that a famous actor was a fan of hers. And Penn was even more starstruck that a Grammy Award-winning rapper was such a huge fan of his too. They later changed their profile pictures to photos of each other. Netflix themselves even got involved by changing their Twitter bio to petition Cardi B to be on the next season of You. Not only that, but Cardi later received a hat and a sweet and kind of creepy letter from Penn, written in the tone of his You character, Joe Goldberg. It was iconic. Number 6. Gigi Hadid and Gordon Ramsay. The famous master chef himself is actually a pretty nice person, but he's definitely been known to put people in their place on his cooking shows. However, he had nothing but nice things to say about Gigi when the model appeared on MasterChef Celebrity Showdown in 2016, and have been friends ever since. He even mentioned that Gigi sent him some recipes that were pretty good, which is a lot coming, from one of the greatest chefs there is. Number 7. Rihanna and Cara Delevingne. They may be in different industries, but this iconic duo had a cute and slightly awkward first meeting when Cara introduced herself to Riri at a Victoria's Secret runway show, and they've been BFFs since then. They even worked together, and it seemed to make their friendship grow even stronger. Seeing Cara and Rihanna post about each other on their social media pages honestly makes us wish that we could join in on the fun, because it definitely seems like they have a ton of it. Number 8. Lizzo and Harry Styles. It goes without saying that Lizzo and Harry are huge fans of each other. In fact, both of them have covered each other's songs and completely shut down their performances when they did so. They even performed on stage together, and let's just say, the crowd was not prepared. They sat next to each other and were even seen holding hands and cuddling up at the Brits in 2020. And when asked about Harry performing at the Grammys, Lizzo couldn't stop gushing about how talented he was.
He's so talented. I talked to him today.
Number 9. Kourtney Kardashian and Addison Rae. There may be a 20-year age gap between them, but their friendship grew quickly when the two started hanging out back in early 2020. As it turns out, Kourtney's oldest child, Mason, was a huge fan of Addison's TikTok videos. But it was Kourtney who ended up BFFs with the viral dancer. They filmed videos together for Kourtney's lifestyle brand Poosh, and even filmed TikTok videos themselves. Outside of the many photo shoots and fun girls' days they've had, they seem to really care for each other and their growing friendship. 10. Ed Sheeran and Courtney Cox. As it turns out, Selena Gomez isn't the only musician who happens to be friends with a Friends actress. Though it may seem weird how these two happen to get so close, their friendship is actually very sweet. When Ed was doing a gig in LA in 2014, a friend of his asked if he wanted to go to a party that happened to be at Kourtney's house. And when he needed a place to crash for the night, Kourtney was nothing but sweet to him about it. They hit it off, and Ed even introduced her to her now fiancé, Johnny McDade. 11. Beyonce and Gwyneth Paltrow. It makes perfect sense that someone like Beyonce would have friends in pretty high places. She is Queen Bey after all. Gwyneth and her then-husband Chris Martin met Beyonce and Jay-Z at a charity event in 2006. She even attended Beyonce's wedding to Jay in 2008, and their kids have even had playdates. But things did get a little weird when fans suspected that Gwyneth could be the infamous Becky with the good hair that Beyonce talked about on her Lemonade album. But of course, Gwyneth denied the rumors. Though they haven't been spotted together since, we're sure they wouldn't let rumors like that sour their friendship. 12. Eminem and Elton John. Now this is an unlikely pairing if we've ever heard of one, especially since Eminem is a rapper who's been known to publicly butt heads with other artists and previously using controversial language. However, Eminem and Elton's friendship goes much deeper than many people realize. They performed together way back in 2001 and have been close ever since. In fact, when Eminem was working towards his sobriety, Elton became his sponsor. Elton later openly talked about how proud he was of Eminem and how far he'd come in his life. 13. Jay-Z and Nick Jonas. Picture it. It's 2019 and the Jonas Brothers are performing some of their mid-2000s hits. In the audience stands Jay-Z, of all people, vibing out to the song Year 3000. Could you picture it? We probably couldn't at first, but that's exactly what happened that year. Not only that, Jay later went backstage to meet with the Jonas Brothers, and the internet loved every minute of it. And honestly, who could blame them? Number 14. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. It may seem shocking that Lady Gaga would be so close with someone like Tony Bennett. But then when you think about how talented and iconic the both of them are, and how diverse Gaga's music repertoire is, it kind of makes sense. She and Tony have worked together multiple times and have made some pretty amazing music together. Their bond clearly goes very deep, as Gaga's learned a lot from him, including a lesson on how to be true to herself. In an interview, she stated, "When I came into this with Tony, he didn't say, 'You've got to take off all the crazy outfits and just sing.' He said, 'Be yourself.'" Number 15. Meryl Streep and 50 Cent. Honestly, this is just hilarious when you think about it, but it's also kind of sweet. They happened to be sitting next to each other at a Knicks-Lakers game in 2014, and it was Meryl's first time at a live basketball game. As the rapper helped to explain a few things to her, he mentioned that he felt like a normal person being next to someone as iconic as Meryl. It's definitely a unique pairing, but it seems like the two had a ton of fun. It may be true that there are some celebrity pairings that seem a little off, but let's be real. Would you really not want to be friends with some of the people mentioned in today's video? But we want to know your thoughts. Were there any celebrity friendships that you were surprised by? Let us know in the comments below, and for more videos on your favorite stars, be sure to subscribe to The Thing Celebrity. Bye for now!